Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. It's going to be a cracker of a summer day today. It's still, it's clear, it's beautifully mild. It's just going to be an awesome morning, a fantastic sunrise. And what we'll do is we'll just go on a walk and talk. It's high tide as well. So everything, we're ticking all the boxes this morning. The water is still, as you can see. As the Greeks say, it's like lathy, it's just like an oil slick. It's so flat and beautiful. So what I'm going to go through today is a book summary. I think I've told you I've come across another source of book summaries, free book summaries, hundreds of book summaries from different topics. And I'll be using that as my new source going forward to deliver daily book summaries from Jim's 5am Club. And hopefully we can learn different lessons so that we can continue to grow, develop, and become better versions of ourselves. So today's book summary is a good one. I love this style of book summary. And the title of this book is called Willpower Doesn't Work. Willpower Doesn't Work, and it's by a fellow called Benjamin Hardy. So there you go. I guess the summary, the book summary, the title in itself says it all, that willpower doesn't work, and we don't need to be reminded of that. We all have learnt the hard way that when it comes to depending on your willpower, or worse still, when you're depending on other people's willpower, you're always going to be let down time and time again. So the bottom line is that we need to, I guess, learn and acknowledge that willpower is something that'll always let us down, and to, I guess, learn to live with it and not to fall into the trap of depending on our willpower, or our children's willpower, or our family's willpower, or our work peers' willpower, because sooner or later their character will be revealed, and regardless of how strong they think they are, or how much they believe that they're capable of controlling their willpower, as we said, sooner or later willpower will just dissipate, and the real person will come out. So what can we learn from this wonderful book? So I guess the first thing is he makes a very, very powerful point, and something which is worth noting. And he said that success isn't all that difficult. It merely involves taking 20 steps in one direction. But most people take one step in 20 directions. How true is that? How true is that? Oh my God, I love that quote. So apt. And I guess we can all relate to it in many ways. But what he talks about here in terms of willpower is that the best way to get around the weaknesses of our willpower, or the willpower of the people around us, is that we need to be a little bit more clever in structuring the environment around us. And what the author talks about is that you need to be put some pre-thought into things, and know that willpower is going to let you down and let the people around you down. So you need to be a little bit smarter in terms of designing, intentionally designing is what he says, the environment around you as best you can. So the author then highlights something that I think we all understand. But then again, I didn't understand this for many years. I thought that willpower was mind over matter. You just decide to do something and you do it. But we're constantly bombarded with distractions. We're constantly bombarded with temptations, the seductress of life. There are so many people, there are so many platforms, there's so much media, there's so much white noise out there seducing us, suggesting to us to come along for a good time. And all of those things, when you add them all together, there comes a point where you're weakened. Even good old Ulysses, Odysseus, I think was it Ulysses? Yes. Asked for his men to tie him to the mast so he wasn't seduced and tempted by the sirens, because the sirens, those voices, those continual voices that keep on saying, take me, come over here, I'll give you a good time, and end up destroying us on the rocks, are very, very real, and they're happening all around us. But the author is very, very clear in their message, saying that you need to understand, acknowledge, and be aware that willpower is like a muscle. It is like a muscle. You can build it. But the muscle will always be a weak muscle at best. It is not a strong type of muscle. So if you're depending on willpower, if you're depending on your children's willpower, if you're depending on your partner's willpower, then chances are you may get disappointed, because someone is going to happen at a time, a moment of weakness, and that willpower will not hold true, I guess is what the author is saying. Because there are outside forces. There are many, many outside forces which exhaust our willpower. And as I was alluding to before, there's only so much that you can resist. There's only so much energy that you can use to resist temptation, and then there'll come a point where you just go for it, and instead of having just one Tim Tam, you're going to have the whole bloody packet, and then attack the pantry and eat every other biscuit within range. So the author then talks about the two types of evolution. There's a natural evolution and a domesticated evolution. So what the author is suggesting is that rather than leave yourself open to the forces of nature around you, what you're better off doing is changing the environment around you as best you can to eliminate the distractions, to eliminate the temptations, and to basically change what you can to help you win, to help you win, to help your family win, to help your loved ones win, so that they're not tempted and not destroyed by their lack of ability to express their willpower. So change our environment where we can to our advantage is the message. And on that topic, the author then starts to talk about the fact that with COVID-19, we are pretty well in a bit of strife when it comes to our environment, because we're ending up now working, living in the same sort of environment. People working from home, where the fridge is 10 meters away, and the temptation to just go to the fridge and just grab a snack, or go to the pantry and grab a snack as you're working, to help you get through your boredom, get through your stress, isn't going to help. But the author says that it's important for us, where possible, to separate our work environments from our play environment or our recreational environment. So it's a big point, that one there. So try and separate where you work and where you live as best you can, so that you can save yourself the pressure of overeating and just being stressed by having a combined environment. But on the topic of stress, the author talks about something which many people are not aware of. Now, there are two types of stress. There is a healthy stress and an unhealthy stress. The healthy stress actually has a name, and it's called eustress, E-U-S-T-R-E-S-S, eustress, which is a positive sort of stress, a positive sort of pressure, which compels us to action, compels us to doing things, and not felt or deemed to be unhealthy, but in fact is considered to be a positive and a healthy way of getting things done. So we all need stress in our lives, but we don't need too much stress. But if we've got eustress, then that's something which is going to hold us in good stead and get us moving in the right direction. So we need the right amount of pressure to help us avoid distraction and to avoid laziness. So laziness is the natural state of affairs for most of us, and you can see it in the people around us. We don't get overweight, we don't get obese, we don't blow up and become huge by not being lazy. Lazy in our decisions, lazy in our choices. It's not necessarily physically lazy, but it's just a laziness in making the right decisions. So then the call to action from the author, the big call to action from this book, is that we need to take action, and we need to take bold, massive action, and we need to get rid of the things in our lives that are causing us or distracting us or taking us away from reaching our goals. And the author then says you need to just decide and bite the bullet. Don't procrastinate. Don't say I'll do it tomorrow or next week. Just go and grab whatever is distracting you, whatever is causing you grief, pain and suffering, and just deal with it right here, right now, today, and don't leave it for one more day. Start whatever you're going to start right now to change your life, and change it now. And don't dwell on it, because the more you dwell on it, the more you're going to convince yourself that it's all too hard and we'll need to do it tomorrow. So the author then talks about the importance of designing your environment for success and taking a no-nonsense attitude and approach, and just bloody doing it. Just do it, and do it now. Don't waste another day. Don't waste another moment. It's the beginning of the year. Now is the time to act in order to reach and help propel yourself to the better you. And from a health perspective, everything starts with what you put into your mouth. Because if you're out of control in one area of your life, chances are that you're going to be out of control in all the other areas of your life. So the author says right here, right now, just get rid of all the sugary foods in your home or your environment, and promise yourself right here and now that you're going to avoid the sugary food and the walk to the cafe and that donut or the snail that you're going to eat this morning. Just do it today. From today, promise yourself that you're going to do it. And most importantly, the final message from this book is don't depend on your bloody willpower, because it will let you down every time, every single time, unless you are a stubborn and person who has a powerful willpower. Chances are somebody, something will seduce you. Somebody will or something will distract you for long enough for you to do something that you're going to regret later on. There are charlatans out there. The media, the advertising are all there trying to cause you to change your mind, break your willpower, and do something that's going to bring you undone at the end of the day. It's not their fault. It's not their fault at the end of the day, as we say. It's not their fault that you go out there and eat chocolate and overindulge and drink too much alcohol and smoke cigarettes. It's not their fault. At the end of the day, they're a business and they think that they're providing a service. It's up to us to try and switch off, dull that channel, eliminate those temptations rather than trying to fight them, because you're not going to be able to fight them, is the bottom line, the message from this book, because willpower is a weak muscle at best and it will let you down. The best time to make a decision is early in the morning, because that's when you're probably at your best and at the height of your willpower. But come late at night, 2 o'clock in the morning in a nightclub isn't a place where you're going to be using your strongest willpower. And I guess it's where most people end up in relationships that are not all that fruitful, not all that empowering for them, because when you're wearing the beer goggles, you're not all that resourceful when it comes to making good decisions. And as we know, once we've got a skin full of alcohol in us, and others who have got a nose full of powdery stuff, then that's when the disasters start to kick off in their lives, because they end up making decisions which are not all that productive. Anyway, let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm just heading off to work. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable. And let's take a few lessons from this awesome book, Willpower Doesn't Work, from Benjamin Hardy. And just understand that willpower will let you down time and time again. If you're depending on willpower, which is a weak and oh so weak muscle, you're going to fail every time. So what you need to do is you need to try and intentionally change the environment around you and avoid temptation, because once you come face to face with it, unless you're a really powerful person, which you're probably not, because I think we all know our weaknesses, then you're better off just biting the bullet, clearing the shelves, and just avoiding places that are going to cause you grief. Avoid social environments. Avoid certain people who just bring out the worst in you. So just decide to do it, and you can change your life. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow from a different location with a different message from Jim's 5 a.m. Club. And thank you for joining me on this beautiful morning. It's a momentous day for a lot of us. Wishing Laura and Rowan all the very best today on the birth of their new and first baby. And to my Kobaro, Tony and Eva, nice to gala, and to enjoy enjoy every single moment from today going forward. Yassas to everybody, see you later and have a great week and enjoy this magnificent, beautiful Monday. It's a perfect summer's day and what a great start to the work week. Bye for now, Yassas, Bilakya, take care, bye.